Hello everyone, welcome to the CodeLearn channel. Now, what is the most trending in our field, that is IT field or computer science field, that is Android development or iOS development. Now, let's go on to Android development. Now, what is Android? First of all, this is a question that comes to our mind. What is the Android? What exactly is Android? Android is actually an operating system that is based on Linux kernel. Android is developed in AOSP project, that is Android open source project, that is led by Google. Now this whole operating system is divided into 4 tiers. That is, first one is applications tier, second one is framework tier, third one is libraries and runtime libraries tier, and fourth one is kernel or kernel based hardware. Now first tier includes the basic application that we run on our window like home, contacts, WhatsApp and many more. In second tier, that is framework tier, that is the activity, UI window, packages that helps us handle the whole applications. And in third tier, there are the libraries and runtime libraries for which we integrate into our applications for many enhanced specifications and many other features. And fourth, that is the main one, kernel. In kernel tier, there are the hardwares like display, camera, flash, Wi-Fi, audio, etc. So these are the basic functionality and basic operating system architecture of Android. Now, how can we develop the Android app? For developing an Android app, there are only 2 IDEs. First is Eclipse and second one is Android. Now we will be using Android Studio for developing an Android app because it is the latest one and it provides every basic functionality with the ready-made codes. Like what we want to use an basic component like edit text and text view, that's the whole ready-made code. So it is easily accessible to develop an Android app. Now, what is an Android Studio? Android Studio is an IDE for developing an Android app. It is whole developed by Google. So we'll first download the Android Studio bundle by going to this link, developer.android.com/studio/index.html, and clicking on the download Android Studio. Let's accept the whole TNC and download Android Studio for Windows. After downloading, we will get a window box for downloading it. Like it will be up to 1 to 2 GB. So let's download it. I have already downloaded it and keep it on my desktop. So this is the whole Android Studio that you will get after downloading the whole file. So let's move on to installing the Android Studio. First of all, let's get the minimum requirements for running Android Studio. First of all, we will be needing 4 GB RAM, Intel i3 or more or equivalent, more than 1 GB for installing Android SDK, fourth one, approximately 500 MB for developing Android app, and also GUI 1 GB for using emulator. And obviously we'll be needing Android phone, Android smartphone for testing our app. That's it. These are the minimum requirements for running the Android Studio and developing the whole Android app. So let's move on to the installing Android Studio. So double click on Android Studio bundle. Here it is loading the whole installer screen. So you will be getting the permission for installing the Android app, Android Studio. So this is the installer screen for installing the Android Studio. Now let's get it to install it. Tick all marks like this is for Android SDK for installing the whole SDK kit, and this is for Android Virtual Device for running the Android emulator. Let's agree to the TNC. Now this path is for installing the Android Studio in our PC, and this path is for installing the whole SDK in our PC. Now click on install. So it is installing the whole Android Studio setup, and it will take more than 15 to 20 minutes. So let's wait up to that time. So it has already completed 40% of installing and still moving on. Now these are the basic icons that are used, that has already been available by Android Studio. So it's installing the whole icon set. Now it's nearly completing the whole installing with the whole Android Studio. Now it's extending the Android SDK that is made available default by Android Studio bundle. So here it has reached 63 to 64%, and it's been extending the whole Android SDK. So it's near to complete the whole extraction of Android SDK. The installation of Android Studio has been completed. So let's move on to next and start the Android Studio. So as it is its first startup, it will take time to start the Android Studio software. So after starting the whole Android Studio, it will start to begin this screen, like you want to start a new Android project, open an existing Android Studio project or import project, and many more. So further details we will be learning in the next chapter, that is introduction to the Android and how it works for developing an Android app. So it's a final goodbye for this chapter, and also don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching the video.